Starfall.
Hey guys, Nick with Starfall Sabers again. I've got another saber I'm going to show you today. This one is Infinium 2.0, and it's actually one of three sabers. One is in Australia, the other one is in Spain, and this one is going to Norway. Alright guys, so this is it's actually the second Infinium 2.0 that I've built. But like I was saying earlier, this is based on a slight variant of the original saber that I had made for myself. If you've been following my channel or my Instagram, you've seen the original Infinium that I had made. And John Rossi of Sabers Forever has actually done the install on the three Infiniums out there. Again, the very first one was actually a commission of Infinium 2.0 that went to Spain. And then I ended up selling off my original Infinium that went to a gentleman in Australia. And then this is going to a gentleman in Norway. So I'll kind of take you through the aesthetics of this saber. Again, you could also, if you go on my channel, some of the earlier videos, I actually have a comparison of my original Infinium with the 2.0 that kind of shows the differences. So each one is slightly different. This one, my client wanted me to darken this top switch section to give it kind of a more weathered Sith dark side user look. Of course, it's known for this floating shroud, vented or grip section, as well as the slotted shroud here to match, which is cool because the light from the blade will kind of shine through those, which I'll show you. I made a custom blade plug for my customer. Now, right now, the saber is awake, so because the kill key is out, which I'll show you how to get access to. So you have your power button and your auxiliary button, but I'll just kind of show you a little more of the saber here. Speaker. This is a very loud saber because of the resonating pommel. You have about 2 inches of chamber that the air can move through from the speaker. So, and you'll also see it has a PLI, animating LED here for your power level indicator, and it also just looks really cool. So here's your power button. And this is the Corin Horn sound font by Sabers Forever. In fact, all of the sound fonts on this saber are from John Rossi, all his custom made fonts. You have your auxiliary button, blaster box, and hold it down for lockup. Now I'll show you here, undo the pommel. So when you're not using this, you want to put the kill key in. So you see the speaker here with the chassis, 3D printed chassis by Goth Designs. This is in here real snug, so just take some needle nose and you can grab this little lip here and just give it a gentle pull until you have it out about to there. And you'll see this is where you would charge the saber, and you would also find the kill key here. Oh, I'll have to find the kill key later. But you're gonna, when you store the saber, you put the kill key in here, and then when it's not in use. Otherwise, the Prizm, it'll drain the battery. So a little inconvenient, but it's a trade-off because then you don't have a port up here that can sometimes look unsightly. So now it's hidden. And so now you will use the 3.7 volt supplied charger, smart charger for the saber. And you just put that in there and charge up the saber. And then again, when the saber's not in use, you would just put your little nylon kill key, which I will find and ship with the saber. And then go ahead and just kind of push till it's flush, like so, and then use the pummel to just screw it into place here, and it's nice and tight and secure. So let's go ahead and get a blade, and I'll show you that. Take out your blade plug. And just make sure your blade retention screw is backed out all the way so that it's flush. And then you always want to turn clockwise with your blades till it seats here. Snug fit. And then tighten this down. Now we'll cycle through the sound fonts here. Push and hold the power. Oh, I'm sorry. You push and hold the auxiliary button till it beeps, and then you tap it again.
May the force be with us. His lightsaber. Ah, yes. A Jedi's weapon.
Now you can cycle through the sound fonts by tapping both the power and auxiliary at the same time. And you push and hold the power button to shut it off. And we'll cycle through some more fonts here. You have the Rancor Slayer sound font. This is a cool one. Real deep sounding hums. And now whatever blade color that you select per sound font, get the green here. It'll remember that when you power that saber back on in that sound font. So we know that in the Corn Horn sound font we changed it to green. It'll remember that, and it'll be green again when you power it on. Alright, and when you're removing the blade, back out the blade retention screw, and then again clockwise and kind of gently pull out, like so. So that way you don't unscrew any of the electronics. Put the blade plug back in. Alright, so this is shipping out today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, also one thing, you can change the sound fonts on this if you ever want to. You would take off the pummel and remove the kill key, so as it is right now, and then this entire body from here down unscrews, and it'll give you access to the chassis and the sound card that sits right about here. Now when you do that, John Rossi did an instructional video on how to do that as well. As you're unscrewing the body, you just want to counter screw the chassis so that the wires don't bind up, because it's kind of a snug fit for dueling so nothing rattles around. So any questions for my customer, just hit me up on Instagram, and really hope you enjoyed the Saber. This is a really nice one. I love building these ones. As always, give me a follow on Instagram. Big shout out also to John Rossi for an awesome install, and also his wife made these brass button caps, which are really cool. He does a really good job with that. So on Instagram, I'm Starfall _Sabers, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.